Hey guys, and welcome back to Streaming from Shiloh. I'm your host Graham, and I've got a little deck from my personal workshop that I wanted to share with you guys. It's a Jinteki PE deck that uses tons of agendas to deal out a bunch of net damage, and then punishes the runner once they have a bunch of agendas in their score area. Let's wish our opponent some good luck here, and we're going to keep this because Obokata is pretty safe early on, and Pad Campaign is money, and I love money. So let's see, we're going to throw the Pad Campaign out in server 1, and then we're going to ice up something somewhere. Probably should ice up Archives. Maybe I should just hold on to a card from Archives. So that when she runs it, I can feed her some cards. Because this is Alice, who's going to force us to discard some stuff. So first I'm going to draw. And we're going to throw Pad Campaign out in a remote. And shoot, I think I am going to... Oh, man, I should not have drawn yet. This is really throwing me for a loop. Because next turn I would love to be able to Mushin the Show of Force and then protect it with the Aiki. So here's the game plan. I'm going to drop this Project Kusanagi and gain credit. So she's going to run this. I'm going to ditch the Obokata. She won't be able to steal the Obokata because she won't have enough cards in her hand. So that's good because again, I wonder what they saw. Again, my ID is going to do the extra damage. So Obokata does 5 net when you steal it. Gonna check some remotes. That's not great. Don't like that. Punish me for having Pad Campaign. So this is going to be real problematic. Alright. Maw Archives. And we're going to dish the Obokata. And it's going to look like I'm real flooded because he sees 2 agendas in Archives. But he can't steal Obokata, and he's going to take the Kusanagi and he's going to deal net damage. I'm just going to hit the first of 3 I've had worses. I've's had worse? I wonder what the plural of that is. It's a phrase, so... Dang. So that I've had worse... bought them enough cards to steal the Obokata, which is most unfortunate. Anyway, I'm going to Mushin this here Show of Force, and we're going to protect it with a piece of ice here. Bad news is that I'm giving him free reign over my centrals, which means I'm basically going to lose both these cards, and they're both cards I would love to be able to keep. I will probably score out the Show of Force. I mean, I could just leave it on the table for a hot minute. But I don't think it's going to work that way. Well, maybe I could. Yeah. So because I'm so ice light in this deck, I think it's in my best interest to try to minimize how many cards I actually have in HQ. We're going to throw the Kakugo on Archives, probably. And now I could... I could score this out. I think what I'd rather do is have him waste clicks. He's going to check this remote with Maw, thinking that it's like another Pad Campaign. And then he'll take a net damage when he checks it. Also, I can score it out to get an extra net damage sub on something. Which would be kind of neat. Also, as of right now, I can advance Kusanagi twice, show force once, and be able to do 1, 2, 3, 4 net damage, or 4 damage, which is pretty cool. So, so I like the idea of being able to do that. Let's draw. That's a shame. We're going to advance this guy up, and then because of all the pressure from the stuff, I'm just going to play the stock buyback. It's going to be basically like a restructure for me. He's got 2 agendas in a score area, so that's going to net me 5. And we're going to end up losing this voter intimidation because he can just run my hand and see what it is. And then he'll maw it away once he doesn't trash it. So, indexing, that's not good. I will type that in. That's not good. Let's see how this goes. That's good. I was afraid it would be another Obokata and he'd be on 6 points. That was not the case. It's going to maw my voter intimidation out of my hand, which is a shame. Which is a shame. We're going to draw for a card. We're going to throw something on R&D, and then we're going to throw out another pad campaign. Using my expert netrunner skills, I am playing around Alice Maw by just not having anything in my hand. Take that, Maw. You know, this is interesting, though, because Maw is basically acting like an Edward Kim type ability where he can run my hand. There was a voter intimidation. Boom. Trashes it. Who needs Eddie Kim when you got Maw? Am I right? Maw, 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 Maw. So, gonna go with the Earthrise. I'm picking up what you're laying down, dog. Oh, he might have seen this brainstorm, actually. So, he's aware of that. Which is obviously just a win condition in a card. So, there's that. We're going to draw. Let's throw this guy over HQ, and we're going to advance this Kusanagi one, because why not? But he's getting a lot of good draw in right now. With the Earthrise, you know, he had that clutch. I've had worse. Such a good I've had worse. And the inject helped him a lot too. So, you know, Yeah, he's going to run the Kusanagi, and he's going to take a net damage for it, which is fine. He probably has an I've had worse in hand that he might be trying to ping. But I will happily give you a net damage and 0 points. Kusanagi is good in PE, man. It's a good PE card. Let's check what he's got in the bin. He has an MK Ultra, but he's flat broke. So I'm going to res this Chrysalis, and I think it's going to do 2 net to him. Unless he's got something that I'm not aware of. Trashed my 24/7, which is a shame. Man, that early Obokata steal was so clutch. He's at 6 points. It looks like I lost this one. Taking the I've had worses at clutch times. That's going to do it. Oh no, he'll only be at 6 points. I thought he was already at 5. He's only at 4. Yes. So I still got a chance. Draw up. I'll throw a pad campaign in server 2, and we'll play this hedge fund. It's actually a pad factory, not a pad campaign, which lets you advance anything, which is pretty cool. Pretty neat. But I've started to lock him out of my servers, which is good, because he didn't have enough money to install his breakers. So I like the direction that's going. We're going to draw. Let's draw one more time. We're going to play stock buyback and get 14 big ones for a single click. It's kind of like the mass com for PE, but you gotta pay influence for it. I really liked it in Argus decks that used a lot of one-pointers. Also, with this much money, I am pretty safe from stuff like mining accident. So you're going to pop this DDoS right away? Nah. He cool. We're going to throw this snare in a remote here, I think. And double advance it with pad factory. I'm trying to think if this Mirage needs to go on HQ so you can hit the brainstorm. I think that's probably the right place. So we're going to draw. Let's throw this ice over HQ because he shows the DDoS. And then I'm going to play Voter Intimidation and just get rid of it because I'm that kind of dude. I'll pay 2 for this one because I want it gone. Let's see what it does. Let's see what it does. I'm going to voter intimidate the people who are doing the DDoS attack, I guess. And voter intimidation lets you get rid of any resource, right? Yeah. Alright. I saved myself there because this Oberkata is a bit of a liability at the moment. I'm not sure how I'm going to be able to score it out. quite frankly. I'm going to have to build a remote with like a Kokugo and stuff to try to do some net damage. Do I have a Ben Musashi in this deck? I don't think I do. I do not. So that's going to make this a hard steal. No problemo. Think all you want. Yeah, so I like the idea of installing the snare and double advancing it, but I don't know what else I can possibly do. Because, see, I'm in this bad situation, all because I clicked to draw the first turn, and I said, oh man, I don't know what I'm gonna... So then I had to put both the Kusanagi and the Obokata in archives, and if I had just not done that, he would not be at 6 points, he'd probably be at 3, and life would be great. Life would be real neat. Alright, so he draws up to 6 cards and then makes a run on server 2. I'm assuming he's going to install his Black Orchestra and break it. Oh, he wants me to fire. Okay. I'm going to do my 2 net. He probably has an I've Had Worse in hand, or just some other stuff that he wants gone. And then he's going to check this remote, and it's going to be a pad factory. I'm guessing he will not trash it until I start advancing snares with it, and then he probably will go back in and trash it. Depends. No one's ever played against pad factory, so like that's nope. Oh no! He modded my snare. I wanted that. I wanted that snare. You rat. I'm going to fire this too? Nah. Why would he do that? Yeah. So you got to break this because in case you hit an Obokata, you got to have the 4 cards to steal it. And if you're not familiar, the runner wins as soon as they get to 7 points, which happens before my ID fires. So to get the winning Obokata, you only have to take the 4 net. You don't have to take the 5th from the ID. I could throw out this Ronin and advance it twice with the Pad Factory. I'm going to draw first. Oh, man. We're going to throw down both the Ronin and the Snare. Which means, I'm probably going to lose this Obokata. That sucks. It's going to go into archives. If I get lucky and find my other preemptive action, it'll be golden. Also, sidebar, if miraculously I did find my Philotic Entanglement and scored that out, that would be pretty amazing. Because now he's got 5 agendas, so it's going to do 6 net damage if you count my ID. Alright. Not an agenda. Not an agenda. Gotta hold fast. Come on. He's reading it. Whatever it is, he's reading it. Unfortunately, he's not going to be able to trash it, whatever it is. So, I am going to lose the Obokata to Ma. Oh, Shikyu. does not fire from R&D. Ignore this ability if the runner accesses sheet queue from R&D. Yeah. But now it's in archives, which means if he runs archives and there's no agendas in there, he loses an agenda point. Which would be pretty amazing, if I do say so myself. So we're going to throw House of Knives into a new remote, and then we're going to double advance this snare. And he'll never know what hit him. And by that I mean he will know what hit him. It will be a snare. Hopefully he gets distracted by this and doesn't pay attention to what's in server 7. And then I can just score that out. That'd be real nice. Alright, he's going to break through. Not an agenda. Not an agenda. Come on. Hold strong, R&D. You got this. Give me a snare. Give me a snare. Dang it. It's another CQ. Alice has a big deck, and I am doing an okay job of milling it down here. Oh, yeah. That's what I need on R&D. That's what I need. We're definitely doing that. And then we're going to put 2 advancements on this road in here. So Pad Factory is acting a little bit like an economy card in that I am not paying for my advancement counters right now. Alright, we're going to advance out this House of Knives the old-fashioned way. And now I can finally create pressure because I have a point. I have 1 point. I know, amazing. How did I get this far? It was thanks to viewers like you. So I think I'm going to throw down this Obokata, protect it with a piece of ice, and then advance it? Probably not. I'm not going to advance it yet. I'm going to throw another advancement on this Ronin. And right now he doesn't have nearly enough money to break this DNA tracker with his Black Orchestra. So he's going to be in a tough boat that way. But I'm thinking, so if I can do 3 net damage with the DNA tracker and maybe 1 net damage with the House of Knives, I'm feeling like Obokata might be safe. Nope. DDoS. He's going to use DDoS to get around it, I bet. But I do have House of Knives, which means he's going to have to draw up first. I don't think he'll have enough clicks to get in there. I'm going to do the house. Oh, no! No! Oh, man, that was a fun one. Oh, brainstorm, why aren't you 5 influence? Oh, man. Yeah, so that's the kind of stuff that this deck can do. It can put players on tilt once they realize that you can use Pad Factory to advance snares. They get freaked out that way. It's got Ronins and then extra Ronins with Show of Force. And if you don't hit IHWs at the correct time, then you can actually screw out some Obacadas and get some points. So anyway, thanks a lot for watching, guys. This was a lot of fun, and we'll catch you next time on Streaming from Shiloh.